Hi, this is Elena, and welcome to this channel. We are exploring spiritual stuff, spiritual matters, energy matters, and how we can shift our realities, how we can connect more with our true selves, how we can be more in alignment with our true callings and divine gifts, spiritual gifts, and how we can expand on those. So today's topic is a bit different. Again, I say the same line, but it feels a lot different from what I usually been doing, and it has to do with the spiritual flow. The spiritual flow, and you will be like, with that, does that exist? It shows up a lot in my reality, and it has been for quite a while. So I thought this is a good opportunity to share a couple of things in regards to that, and how we experience it, why we experience it, and how we can navigate it. Because as with everything, everything is energy, I keep saying. So the spiritual flow resembles a lot with the normal physical flow we are going through, that we need more rest, we need the downtime, we need to take care of our system, of our bodies, and everything else. Similarly, the spiritual flow has to do with taking care of yourself, applying self-love in whatever way that means something to you. And usually, I have observed that when we are getting into a space of feeling negatively or about to repeat the same patterns that we have outgrown for a long time, or we feel like lost in some way when we are actually not. Imagine that doesn't mean that if you go through these patterns you will have a spiritual flu or something, but it shows up when you are called to follow something else and you are not applying self love in that space and you keep repeating without awareness the same patterns. So, if you are going something that resembles the physical flu and you are in a space of not finding fever, the high temperature or higher temperature, you don't find any physical symptoms, yet you feel them. You are feeling more your energy, your energetic body. And in that space, you have to be more cautious in applying actual self love in your thoughts, in your rest time, in how you navigate specific things that keep repeating in your life. And you have to listen to yourself. And when I say that, I mean it in every aspect of your life. If you are feeling that you have to slow down and you don't, and that keeps repeating as a pattern, and you know how to do that already, and you have done it many times, it is a sign. Slow down, listen to yourself. There will be days that you may feel something is off with your energy, or you are overthinking the same things, or you're getting into a space of repeating the same thought patterns and reliving the same emotions. In that space, slow down and listen to yourself. Listen to how you feel. Listen to your thoughts and actively give extra self love to yourself. Remember, this is always a recalibration. If we have a physical flu, a cold, or whatever that is, a virus, it is always a recalibration that is taking place and a redirection in a slight way where we have to apply self love in our actions, in our thoughts, in what we repeat to ourselves, in what we prioritize in our lives, in our everyday lives, small tasks, or even the way we are doing the tasks, the daily tasks, the things we have to do through the day, has to slightly change through the priorities we have to set in a different way. So the same with the spiritual flow. It it gives you, it creates a space for you to give more self-love to yourself, to change your priorities, to stop and reflect. So don't think, if you have excluded the physical symptoms and the physical flu and everything else, don't think that there's something wrong with your energy, that your crown chakra must be sick or something, or off alignment. It's not off alignment. It's not your crown chakra. It's not your heart chakra. It's none of those. It is just a sign for you to pause and give yourself the right time in the right way that you need now for all of the rest of their energies to sink in. So don't think, what am I doing wrong? Don't get into that space of, am I missing something? Usually the questions that come to mind when something feels off. Do what your body needs instead of listening to your head, to your mind. Listen to your body. Listen to your needs, your desires. If these are desires are to slow down, if this has to do with I'm taking care of everything and everyone around me. I have to slow down. Slow down and redirect. Say your no's and stop repeating the same old beliefs you kept repeating to yourself in your head, in your mind, in your thoughts of how things are happening, that nothing is changing. Anything that feels like a beating up yourself in some ways. So that is what is interesting with with the spiritual flu. And what my guides are telling me, that sometimes we may catch the spiritual flu because we need to give extra rest and time for ourselves in a way that we will integrate the new energies. We have been downloading new energies, so we need time and rest to integrate everything, to allow the frequencies to sink in and eventually be embodied. So in that space, the spiritual flu is just to bring more awareness to you. You will experience it as a normal flu, as a physical flu that always, not always, that sometimes happens. And that is a huge stop sign. Stop overdoing it, stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing, stop always being there for others, and sit a bit with yourself. Listen to your needs and your desires. So, if you had an amazing session with someone, an energy healer, an activator, or something, stop, let yourself rejuvenate, let yourself be in that space, in that energy of who you are in your own essence, in your new downloads, in the new frequencies. And this is usually happening lately a lot more than before because we are integrating a lot and we need time to just be. We keep forgetting that factor of life to just be. We are used to count life and days with how many tasks we completed, how successful the day was, what things I've done, and if I did nothing, it feels like off, something I didn't do or that wasn't good enough or that I should be doing something or a lot more than what I did, which goes down to self-judgment. It goes down to masculine energies and always be in a space of doing, doing, doing. Not that the feminine energy is not in that space, okay? We are always multitasking in many ways and we are always expanding in doing more and more and more. So we have to remember to just be. And if you want to keep something from the whole video, remember to just be in your energy, in your space, without having to actively do something every single day or every moment of the day. And an example of mine that the last 2, 3 weeks have been extremely busy, which will come later on an energy update. What is going on with that? Extremely busy, and all directions are coming like in this, that. And in that space, we had been accustomed in doing, 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 doing. This is the time for rest. This is the time for a lunch. This is the time for dinner or whatever. And this again time for rest. And what have I done through the day? Blah, 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 blah. No. Pause. You are called at this space to slow down, integrate who you are, and just be. And this is a new theme that we are exploring, to just be collectively without having the need to have done a full checklist of things, because otherwise we are not successful or we are not doing anything important. So, if you are experiencing the spiritual flu or you have experienced it and you didn't know what it was, please let me know in the comments. I love interaction. I love reading your comments and connecting with you energetically in that space. And see you again. As always, be true to yourself and be your true self. And remember, everything is energy.